Okay. So yesterday we started with day. We started with a new data type. कौन सा था? New
Yes.
lists
List.
data type. Ankit, they didn't see my message. Why they didn't attend the first class? They're still sleeping. New data type. With a new data type. And that is lists. Okay. Yeah. So what are lists? Lists are lists are
Heterogeneous data.
sorry, a heterogeneous collection of data values. A heterogeneous collection of data values. Heterogeneous means
So a collection of many different types.
More than one type of values may be present. Must नहीं बोल रहा हूं मैं. I'm not saying must. अगर if you wish, you can create a homogeneous type also, but that is because you want that way. But yes, you have the flexibility to have more than one type of values. Okay, in lists, right?
Sir, those values can be of different data types.
Yeah, that's why we call it heterogeneous.
Okay, sir.
Then another feature is like, no, this is not a feature, I'm just introducing you, like arrays of other programming languages. Languages. Then, because under a single identifier, under identifier name, you can store a collection of values it saves you from the burden of keeping track of too many identifiers which you would have to create otherwise. So you understand the meaning of this. For example, if I tell you to store 5 values without using list, what will you do? You will C is equals to 3, D is equals to 4, E is equals to 5. Okay. But if I tell you, chalo, ye to ho bhi jayega. You will be able to store 5 values. But what if I tell you store 50 value or 500 value or 5000 values? Will you be creating A to Z, then A1 to Z1, then A2 to Z2 like that? That's not a very good idea. It will be very difficult to keep track of all the labels and so many types of labels in the program. And you will often forget what value was stored in what type of identifier, with what type of identifier. Okay, so the same thing using lists, what you can do is A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here what will happen? Here what will happen in the memory?
One variable will be created.
One variable will be created.
Identified
This will
by
contain lists and that will be identified as A. ठीक है? Clear? This is just to understand.
So the second one.
Sorry.
So the second one will be lighter on the RAM, sir. The list.
Second, no, not exactly. It will take exactly the same amount of space. Okay. Actually, it takes space of equal 5 variables only. But here, that you won't have to worry about. What actually will happen is just like 5 collection of 5 memory blocks will be together named as A. Okay. And then the first memory block in that will be named as A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay. So now I was about to come to that, but because you have asked, so I am giving you the actual picture, sort of. कि चलो देख ही लेते हैं next page. Okay. So how lists are stored? No, not a lot of space. Exactly the same amount of space that will take for 5 different values. Lists are managed. So if you are writing A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, what happens is slightly even different from what I am going to tell you. But for the simplicity, you can understand this way. So 5 memory blocks will be registered for storing 5 different values. That is 5 different variables. Okay. This entire collection will be together known as, will be labeled as or identified by A. Okay. Now you will say, ki, sir, okay, fine. If you are saying that is all right, ki here 1 will be there, 2 will be there, 3 will be there, 4 will be there, and 5 will be there. But if I have to access 3, if we have to fetch the value 3, how we are going to do? Okay. See, if you say, ki, sir, what if we print A directly? It will show you the list directly. देखते हैं पहले, यहाँ देखो.
So then will we call it A2?
देखो, हाँ वैसे ही करेंगे. If you not directly print A, देखो कि दिखा देगा, entire list will be shown. Okay, but if you have to access one particular value, that is which is one particular variable, under this collection of values, which is labeled as A, okay, this one, the third one, it is just that it will also follow. Where is space after comma? Here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You space को ignore कर सकते हो. Space won't be counted as any value. देखो मैंने यहाँ space नहीं दिया, but still it took. Even if you give space, the space is irrelevant. देखो last में मैंने space दे दिया. ठीक है? दो space दे दिया. चलो. And then if I do again print it will be same. So space is immaterial. Space doesn't matter in expressions, in lists when you are assigning different values. Okay.
Sir, it is by default.
Sorry, no, that is by default. It will show you one space, but that is immaterial in context of programming. Okay. वो कोई role नहीं play करेगा. It won't play any role. Okay. Where I was. Right. So these are the collection, the individual boxes inside this collection are also labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct. Ullas, you're right. So if you have to print this value, okay, let's say you want to print this value 4. Okay. What you are going to do is you are going to write print. This is 0th position, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Print A. What? 3.
3.
Yeah. Okay. Let us check. Right. So do you see any similarity between list and strings?
Yes, sir. Len function.
What?
Len function.
नहीं, length तो मैंने discuss नहीं किया है. Till now, what we have discussed.
So the indexing and
Indexing, exactly. Very good. Strings, lists like strings also follow indexing. How? देखो, अगर list, अगर A में if you would have written hello, are not have we not seen that each of the individual positions are also indexed, each of the letters? Similarly, each of the elements, see, individual values of lists are known as elements. Okay, so elements of the list. So I'll write each of the values present in the list are called its element. Called its elements. So 1 is also an element, 2 is also an element. Okay. Just like strings, just like exactly, उसमें भी negative indexing काम करेगा. Just like the characters of the strings are indexed, characters of the strings are indexed Similarly, the elements of list are also indexed. Also indexed. ठीक है? Right? So here also you will do print A3 करोगे तो क्या आएगा? What will be the output? L.
Second L.
Second L. Okay. And here, if you do A3, what will you get?
4.
4. Integer 4. Okay. So indexed, including negative indexing. ठीक है? Just like strings, lists also follow slicing. मतलब string सीख लिए तो list में कुछ जानना नहीं है. List is almost same as string. Most of the properties are same. Slicing. Example. ठीक है? A is equals to 1 high 3.5 minus 9 hello. What will be the output?
So from hi to hello.
From
Hi
Hi to hello.
string.
No, sir. Hi
String
to
hi.
minus 9.
slicing returns a substring, right? A part
Yes.
of the string. So here slicing will return a sublist. Okay. So it will return you a list. What will be that list?
Hi to hello.
I 3.5 1 2
Minus
और
9.
4 minus 1 3 तक जाएगा. ठीक है?
Minus 9.
Hello will not be there. 1 2 and 3 because 4 is excluding now. Remember slicing, that last part is not included. End minus 1. Okay, I'll show you. जैसे A is this one. If you write print A 1 2 0 1 2 3 4 1 2 4, see last one will not be included. Okay, is it correct?
Okay, sir. Sir, we can also give step values, sir.
Huh? Everything. What will be the output?
One, 3, 5.
1 3 and
5.
Only 1 3, sir.
Only one.
Only 1 and 3.
Only one. Yes, sir.
A 5 won't be there. Why? Because your last value is 4, so it will
4.
go up to third index position. Okay, the third index position happens to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, value 4 in element 4. Okay, so 1 and 3 will be the answer. Okay, what will be the answer in this case?
So
1,
1, 3,
3,
and
1,
5.
3, 5.
Okay. Just a minute. What will be the answer here?
The whole string will be reversed.
String.
String would be 1.
I mean
Not
the
the-
list. Sorry.
Okay. ठीक है. So we'll write here slicing in list, slicing in strings give substring whereas substring means a smaller part of that string, whereas slicing in lists give a sublist. Okay, clear? Tell me till this point, is there any doubt? We are
No,
making we are making comparison between lists and strings, and so far I found that they are pretty much the same. Okay, ठीक है, good, Aditya. Nanika, clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, just like strings, len function also works with lists. Okay. So, len in strings gives what? Number of characters in the string. Len in strings gives number of characters in the string. Similarly, give number of what? अभी
Elements.
देखा? Elements. Good.
Elements.
Elements in the list. Anything else that we have peculiar in case of strings? बताओ. We have seen. चलो, use your brains and remember.
So step value is also applicable.
नहीं, step value तो that we saw ना. वो example में तो भी देखा था ना. Of course, steps are included. यहाँ पे मैं लिख देता हूँ. Step values also work. Anything else peculiar to string? There were two things. हाँ boolean भी डाल सकते हो. It's a collection of values of different types, heterogeneous data type है ना. So you can also write true and false. You can have 1 2 यहाँ पे 1 2 फिर then true without quotes, then false. There is no problem in that. And also work. There were two things which were peculiar with strings. क्या था वो दो चीज? Come on, you cannot forget that.
Slicing, sir.
Slicing we have seen, which we have not seen. Tell me that. याद आ जाना चाहिए था यार. Okay, just like strings. Huh? Concatenation and
Repetition.
Repetition.
or replication.
Replication.
Also exhibited by lists. That means what will be the answer? Replication means merging. Sorry, concatenation means merging. Plus is a concatenation operator. What will be the merged single list?
So 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30.
Ah, correct. Let's say what will be the answer? चलो इसको 2 कर देता हूँ.
1 2 3 1 2 3 list 1 2 3 1.
हाँ क्या बोल रहे हो? 1 2 3
List 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Okay. Clear? ठीक है. Tell me till this point of time, till this point, do you have any doubt? कोई doubt है तो let me know.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Everyone clear?
Not also.
Okay. Now we will come to a topic. Next page से शुरू करते हैं. Traversing a list. Traversing means visiting or accessing each element one by one. Which is again similar to string traversal. That means the way in which you access each of the elements of the string one by one, the same way you can do here also. String, similar to string traversal. How do you visit each of the strings or extract character by character of the string? You remember? चलो पहले string को देख लेते हैं. One side I'll do string traversal. That means extracting each character or visiting each character or accessing each character of the string one by one. Any idea कैसे करते हैं? We have seen that. For loop याद नहीं है?
So what does traversal mean?
What is traversal, sir?
That is what I wrote here. No? Visiting or all the characters one by one, or accessing each of the characters one by one.
Sir, we can use for loop for I in range.
Yeah, correct. Let's say, for example, string s is equals to hello space there. How do you print each character one by one?
For I in range as print I.
For I and S, sir.
There are two ways. Okay, first way that I am doing is here. For I in, if you are using range, then you will use index positions 0 to len of s.
Sir, while replication, why single inverted commas are applied for string?
Sorry, where?
Replication.
Where single inverted comma you saw?
Means while doing the replication, CMD, I put double inverted for a high, but the result is showing single inverted.
That is what I am saying. See, if you leave that specific users part, is there a difference between a single quote and double quote? They are treated the same way, right?
Yes, sir.
So while programming, while you are writing the code, you may use single quote, double quote, or in case of multi-line string which spans across multiple line, triple quote. But when you are using single quote or double quote, your computer will take it, will show, while displaying it will show it as single quote, which still means it is a string, right? So it's a person who has developed this language has done. Strings will always be, while displaying from the computer end, from the Python end, it will be enclosed within single quotes. However, it means the same. Even if you are writing double quote and computer is showing you single quote, it still is a string, right? So there is no problem with your conceptual clarity. It's just the way that Python prefers single quote while displaying. Okay, even if you put double quote. It's the preference of Python. As such, there is no problem. Okay, Ankit? Okay, ठीक. मैं कहाँ था? Yeah. Print s of I. मतलब a character at ith index of s. Second way will be s is equals to hello space there, and then you will use directly the identifier identifying the memory location containing the string. And then in this case, here you were getting index positions one by one in I, but here a list will be generated which will be list of characters and not the list of index positions. So every time I will get one character itself. So here what you will do is, will you print s I index a character at index position I in s or directly I? क्या प्रिंट करेंगे? Should I write SI or should I write directly I?
So directly.
Directly.
Because here S will directly throw characters of the string S one by one directly. Okay. Here it's going to be no different. If L is a list containing 1, high, 2, -9.5, and by. Okay. So first way will be, if you want to access each element, that means if you want to traverse or touch each element one by one for printing, for doing whatever action. So one by one, when you are accessing each of the element, here also one by one you are accessing each of the element, first time S0, second time S1, third time S2, till you go to the len -1. So here also first time H, second time E. So if you are accessing each of the element one by one, this process is known as traversal. So string traversal has two ways. Similarly, list traversal, that is accessing each of the elements for whatever purpose you are doing that, has again the two ways. The same way here, like here, you use for I in range 0 to len also works here. Here len will give you the length of the number of elements in the list. Okay. So what is that? Len of L. You can directly give a len L, because if you write only one value in the range, automatically the first value, starting value, is assumed to be 0, and increment decrement value is assumed to be +1. Same way, we have the second approach also. Sorry. Gaurav is there. Gaurav, are you there? He's not here.
He is there, sir.
चला गया ऑन करके वो कंप्यूटर को, दिक्कत हो जाएगा. Anyways, is it clear? Here L will give you directly one by one each of the elements in I. Every time I will get a new element from L one by one. Is it clear? अभी तक list is going exactly in the same way, just like strings. Okay. Right. Now, let me have some water. पूजा समझ में आया? Is it clear? Yeah, well, nobody seems to be around. Okay. So shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aditya, you should not think. You should be confident. कोई doubt है तो बताओ. Okay.
No,
Yes,
sir.
Suresh.
He is asking Ulas's doubt.
Sorry.
He's telling S. I think S for Ulas doubt. Ulas asked that, sir.
Achha, sir, in the list, can we traverse? In the list, can we traverse a string? Can you be more specific, Ullas?
Sir, in the
Excuse
first
me.
string, high is there, no sir? String high. Can we like show the elements H and I?
Yeah, why not?
So what will be the range of this thing, sir?
How can we do that?
You can.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, in the first first thing of list traversal, the print, I suppose it should be L of I.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Good. Wonderful. ठीक है? Right.
Sir, will the range be like this for high?
That can work. Or कुछ ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं. Which index position is it? Second?
1, sir.
Sorry, index position is 1. So yeah, what Ullas has written is correct. Or just a minute, you can do something like this as well. I'm just giving you an example. It won't make much sense why I am doing that, but still that can be done. This is the first index position. So considering you have defined the list L is same here. You can write for I in a range 0 to len of S. And if you only want to...
Sir, len of L.
Sorry. Len of L. If you only want to print the characters one by one, मान लो ये high के जगह hello होता, ठीक है? Let's say it was hello, and you only want to print where what you say is for this string position, first position you want to extract this string and then traverse it, then you can do like this. If I is equals to 1, in that it will be the position of hello. Then you can do for j in S L of I where this question means this question is suppose why j came there, because of this. Whenever there is a string and you have to traverse it, okay, देखो आदित्य, जब भी string मिलेगा ना, and you know that when I is equals to 1, that is the index position at which string element is found. So once you are sure that you have one string element at that position, so that string L of I is what? Hello. So from in hello, first time j will get h, then it will come inside and print h, then second time it will get e, then it will print e, then l, it will print l. So here, first of all, from this list, I am making sure that I have reached an element which is containing the string, and then that string I am traversing one by one, because a string traverser also uses a loop. So because I have already used, so that therefore I am using j inside it here. Is it making sense? Because this question doesn't have any sense as such, but because Ullas asked, is it possible to traverse, to fetch one of the strings from any index position and then traverse that string, or rather print character by character of that string, which is an element itself inside a list. So that is what I am doing. But the other one is easier. Which one is easier, Ankit? Which Ullas did is easier, of course. No, see, I'm not going about कि कौन सा आसान है, कौन सा tough है. I'm just showing you, in case in future where you need to extract a string from the list and then you have to traverse it, then you can use a nested loop structure. First, you fetch that list of that element, string element from the list, and that list, that element you traverse one by one. Of course, what Ullas has done is simpler to achieve what he wanted to do. Okay. So this is a formal structure wherein you can from any position where you are sure there is a string, that index position, you reach that index position. Once that index position is reached while list traversal, fetch that string, and then you traverse that string one by one. Okay, so string traversal within list traversal. Okay. Right. Fine.
So what
Shall I
if we,
proceed?
sir, what if we want to print it backwards, sir? The string using for.
वापस शुरू कर दो. You can use len. You can use your range len I to what you say is your colon dot. मतलब ये len I से minus कहाँ तक जाओगे? Sorry, you will go from -1 to minus len of li -1 comma -1, and then you can keep your an empty string variable, or empty string variable may you keep on adding so that you obtain the reverse of the string in this loop. Are you getting an idea? Or shall I do it?
Sir, can you do it, please?
Yes, sir. Do it, sir.
Okay. Or let's keep this way only. Don't do x plus j plus x, and then here in the same line outside the loop you can not here. If you are able to see, देखो, is it making sense? देख लो, I'm just written the program. When you are traversing the string one by one, inside that I'm not printing, I'm just using it to reverse it. Is it making sense? This is called conserving. What is conserving? पेजेस, हाँ वही मुझे लग रहा है गलती कर दिया मैं.
No, sir. I am just appreciating you.
नहीं, I'll
It
just
is
make it.
visible, sir. It is visible.
No, I'll make it better. It's irritating me.
Sir, I'm getting an error.
You are getting an error. Print X. You should not get an error. ट्राई करना है इसको, पहली बार एरर आया कोई बात नहीं. If it is not done, tomorrow I'll do it in the compiler. This. ठीक है. Let me take one very small topic. उसके बाद in another 2-3 minutes I'll leave you. ठीक है, ये वाला कंसेप्ट क्लियर है? तो बताओ मुझे.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है. Now we'll see one last topic related to list. इसके बाद you can do the problems on lists. ठीक है. Accepting user input in list. So let's say your question is write a Python program to accept 5 elements in the list and then print the list. For this accepting user input in the list, we use a method known as append. Okay. तो ये कैसे करते हैं देखो. So first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to create an empty list. Empty list can be created by just writing opening and closing box bracket. Okay. Should be in the same line. And then 5 times you will do a.append. Okay. And 5 elements. So I have not written what, so you will write input only. So input function will take one value and this will append in the list. Then again you will write a.append. And then you will write input. Similarly, this you will do 5 times.
So we can use for this, for asking 5 times.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Sir, replication can be used only for strings, right, sir?
No.
What else can what else can they be used for, sir?
देखो यहाँ पे, here, see here.
Yeah,
Here.
apart from lists and strings.
Apart from lists and strings, we'll come to that. Okay. So, and then what you can do is.
Sir, I wanted to know if they can be used for commands also.
No.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So what is a.append?
A.append, append method. It's not a function because I remember if I have told you कि whenever you write dot some function name, then that function is called a method. So this is a list method which is used to add one element at a time in the list. So first time, let's say here user gives value as 1. So at this stage, the list will become something like this. List will be something like this. 1. Next time, let's say user gives here hi string. Whatever you are adding, append means adding at last. Okay. Adding at the end of the list. And or last index.
So here we have used input, so the list element will be string, no sir?
List element will be string. Here, of course, correct. it will be like this and then high. Whatever you are adding, that will always be added at the last, will always become the element at the last index. Append means adding at the end or last index. So similarly, this way, by the time you reach here, first element, comma, second element, third element, fourth element, comma, fifth element will be added. Okay. So a simpler way is, this can simply be done by A is equals to this for empty list for I in range.
Sir, what can we put the condition, sir?
Which condition?
Means input condition.
Input is simply input. Input function for accepting input from the user.
Yes,
whatever
sir.
Whatever user gives here, that will go and become the last element of the list.
No, sir. Like enter a number like that we used to write. So here.
Enter a value for the list.
Okay.
If you want only integers to be accepted, then you make int input. If you want only float to be inserted, then you make float input. Okay. So because
so
you're
append is necessary.
Sorry?
Append is necessary.
Append is the only way to add element. As of now, jahan tak hum log dekhe hain, it is the only and the most popular way. Not the only maybe, but the most popular way to add element in the list. You cannot do like, oh, मैं दिखाऊंगा A is equals to A3 is equals to something, वो नहीं होता है इसमें. That is not possible. We will come to that discussion tomorrow. But abhi seek lo, 5 elements have to be given, so you can give here 1 to 6 दोगे, 5 है तो, या नहीं तो you give only 0 to 5, that is also correct, and then you give A dot append. Okay, if you have to accept only integers, then you write int input, or only input, then 5 strings will be there in the list. Okay, and at the end of the loop, when you have taken
for this also we should put 5. For this also we should put 5 inputs.
Because here we have asked now 5 elements.
Sir, but if the number of elements are more, then what we should do?
Number of elements are more. Jitna element hai utna yahan pe loop chala do. You keep the loop running till that many elements.
Okay.
Sir, can we append like only an empty list or any list?
Yeah, list is a heterogeneous data type. So list can also contain a list. That means you can also have note list can also contain a list. So you can have this way also. A is equals to 1 high. Yeah, while true. Aditya, while true के अंदर append डाल दो. वो फिर तो nested list is also possible. Yeah, list within a list. Why not? At A0, at A2 you have another list. ठीक है, चलो इस सब पे we will discuss everything. अब एक ही क्लास में सारा मत पूछ लो. Don't ask everything in one class. You will get confused. Yes, Aditya, you can use while true and then A dot append करते रहो. It will always be true. It will always be asking a new value.
Okay, sir.
चलो, we'll continue with this discussion tomorrow again. ठीक है? Try to solve one question. Write a Python program to accept 5 numbers in a list and print the sum of all the numbers, all the elements, all the elements of the list. ठीक है? List is a very powerful topic. ये समझ में आ जाएगा with the string you can do wonders. चलो, we'll wind up. Yeah, I extended 5 more minutes, I guess. ठीक है. Bye for today.
Sir, when we will be learning
Sir, I
import
am
function?